So, Paul, in talking to you prior to the interview, you had mentioned to me that some 20, 30 years ago, when you were running Eaton Financial and you owned it, that you came up with the first scoring system, which today everybody uses scoring and can't imagine doing small ticket or vendor program leasing without it.
Mm.
Can you talk a little bit about what made you come up with a scoring system and, where did it go from there?
Okay, one of the reasons why we were very successful with small business is because we made fast decisions. Now, how did we make fast decisions? First of all, as I said, before, my first job was with a small loan company, then a bank. Okay, then a company that's selling products. So I had a lot of experience. And then you look at it and you say, uh, business is small business. So what you do is you fill out, we created applications, or I created an application and wanted to know how long they've been in business, or there was just some questions. I would take a deposit of 20%. I would how long, where they live, uh, where they work, and I took that information as saying I'm going to get my money back, and that's exactly what happened. I knew where they worked. I knew where what their business was. They would, and it was done there was an application form that I had for the vendors. They would take the application information and call it in, and we, in a very, very short time, would approve it.
So, without any financial statements, you basically looked at the application, you weighed certain attributes, and did you actually have a threshold that you said, I'll give X number of points to this, and I'll give X number of points for this attribute, this number of years in business, this number of employees, you own your own home. Did you give points, like a point system, or how did you do it?
The way I remember it, am I going to get my money back, and what are my losses going to be? So, as an example, I assumed I would have a 5% loss because I was taking this risk.
Of
And
application only, no financials and applications only.
yeah, for the small deals, and I didn't. My at losses were close to 3%, not 5%. So it just, it's I relate to people. So someone who may have had a bad time, would pick up the phone, would connect to me and say, you know, I'm going to pay you, but this is what I've gone through.
So, did on every application was there a verbal phone conversation had?
On every application, not necessarily. There were some things that you could. Um, uh, I don't remember what was available on a individual, and you could, if a person owned a house, or there are certain things that you could.
Well, today those would be considered scored attributes, right? And you did it just I guess, as a necessity to turn deals around fast enough, and focused on what your losses were and your potential losses. You booked the losses, and you need to perform better than what you thought you'd experience.